Inexplicable creatures captured by security cameras, spectral entities that appear on the screen without any explanation, and disturbing shadows that lurk in the darkness. All are part of the select compendium of recordings that on this occasion I bring for you. So get ready, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present extreme horror videos that you never imagined could exist. Number 10. What reaches out to us to descend through this footage is extremely strange. It is a video captured by a security camera installed in the main entrance of a house. Look right here and try to figure out what creature it is. At first, we thought it was a spider. However, we quickly realized that this was impossible, since, as can be seen, rather than legs, those appear to be extremities, similar to arms and legs. They are not as thin as those of a spider, even though that's what it looks like. It seems to be a tiny person climbing through the door. Don't you think so? Using our logical denial, perhaps it is a spider with missing legs, but the thickness of those limbs catches my attention. They really are unusual. What do you think? Number 9. The following recording was captured by a young man who, during a mass, notices that, as incredible as it may sound, a sculpture of a virgin begins to blink, which is why, surprised and somewhat nervous, he takes out his cell phone to capture what you will see next.
Te lo juro que yo vi que parpadeó.
Ya, silencio, guarda respeto.
Juro que yo ahorita lo vi.
Ahorita me dicen ya, silencio.
Ahorita de todas maneras.
Ya,
Lo grabé. Te lo juro que yo vi que parpadeó.
ya, silencio, guarda respeto.
Juro que yo ahorita lo vi.
Ahorita me dicen ya, silencio.
Ahorita de todas maneras.
Ya,
Lo grabé.
Although the camera is not of high resolution, it still manages to capture a subtle and almost imperceptible movement in the eyelids of that statue. Do you notice it? Although for some this could be the result of an error in the image or a distortion when zooming in, the reaction of the young man is striking, who was so surprised by the situation that even his partner asked him to calm down, which evidently was a situation beyond all logic.
silencio, guarda respeto.
Juro que yo ahorita lo vi.
Ahorita me dicen ya, silencio.
Ahorita de todas maneras.
Ya,
Lo grabé.
Could it belong to some kind of divine sign? Comment below. Number 8. A man was supervising the remodeling process of a restaurant when he suddenly encounters what appears to be the ghost of a child. It was so shocking to him that he repeatedly tried to record it more closely, but it terrified him so much that he stayed put there petrified.
Like the kitchen area.
It is. They're real quiet about it. I would not be honest.
Oh, it's cold right here. It's the other way. Hello? I'm not going up there. definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that? Oh. I don't think it's happy we're here. I'm not out of here. Oh, holy dude, there's
Even despite his growing fear, he stays there for a moment recording to confirm that he was not looking at a figment of his imagination. Answer he obtained by gathering courage and entering the room. Footage like this can be altered using imperceptible cuts. It's very difficult to make cuts that fit perfectly. Watch the video again in slow motion and tell me if you see any. If you discover them, say so in the comment box. Number 7. The following is a recording captured by a security camera installed after the owner of a house became suspicious of the intense barking that his dog was doing at night. The man thought his pet felt threatened by the actions of third parties or by some other animal. However, when reviewing the recording, he found this.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
It is surprising how the dog is scared just moments before that kind of whitish fog practically passed by him. Could it be dust kicked up by the dog himself? Don't you get the impression that it has the shape of an animal? That's the strange thing, and the reason why I decided to leave it. It seems to have the shape of an animal. Perhaps some former deceased pet from this home who liked these dogs was happy to see their owner once again. Tell me what you would do. Number 6. What I will now show you completely stunned security guards protecting the interior of a museum. That day, the venue was closed to the public. Nobody was supposed to be there, which is why what you will see below was so surprising.
Avarаңыз біреу жараның ішінде призрак. Көрдіңіз бе осы тағы? Призрак. Иә, көрдіңіз бе? Призрак жүр.
Храм жабық тұр.
Храм жабық тұр, иә. Сіз шынап қот жасап жауып көрдіңіз. Қайта сізге көрінбепті жаңа. Көрінгенде сіздің есіңіз шығады енді. Оны көрдіңіз бе? Елес жүр ғой, елес, призрак. Бәсе өткенде мен түнгі сағат 1-лерде көргем. Қараңыз, біреу жараның ішінде, призрак. Көрдіңіз бе осы тағы? Призрак. Иә, көрдіңіз бе? Призрак жүр.
Храм жабық тұр.
Храм жабық тұр, иә. Сіз шынап қот жасап жауып келдіңіз. қайта сізге көрінбеп жаңа көрінгенде сіздің есіңіз шығады деді. Маған көрдіңіз ба? Елес жүр ғой, елес, призрак. Бәсе өткенде мен түнгі сағат 1-лерде көргем.
At first glance, you can see an elderly woman who seems to be quite interested in the objects they were displaying there. However, the structure of her figure draws attention. It is that at times she loses the definition of her silhouette, even becoming somewhat translucent. Do you see it? Not to mention that she was wearing ancient clothes. The men who recorded this moment are completely sure that it is a ghost, the spirit of an old woman that wanders around the place. As they say, odd things usually happen here. In the comments, there were those who said that you can see a small shadow, making it no longer a ghost. But it is necessary to clarify that if the camera or your eyes see a ghost like so, and if it has mass, it will cast a shadow. It could well be that ghosts are brief manifestations of a collection of energy that manages to generate mass. Then it simply fades away like dust. So ghosts can have shadows. They are not necessarily transparent. Now, whether or not this is a ghost, that is where the debate is. For the men in the facility, their answer is yes, since no one was there and the camera never captured anyone leaving the building before it reopened. But as always, you are the judge. Number 5. Several social forums have raised various hypotheses to explain what you're about to see. A man was in the patio with his daughter when suddenly he noticed that the blinds in his daughter's room were moving strangely. He began to record since the movement was impossible. The camera notices the movement of the curtains. However, as can be seen in the clip, the house was empty. The curious thing is that shadow that is seen where there is no light. Do you realize it? It looks like the shadow of something or someone standing there. Will we be in the presence of paranormal activity in this home? Tell me what you think. Number 4. The face of the woman you see on the screen reflects strangeness, disbelief, and even a little fear for what she had just seen through her doorbell camera. She says that while she finished watching the postman leave some packages in the mailbox outside her house, she noticed the presence of another person coming in the distance. What happens next is simply unexplainable. Observe. Did you see this person? Can a simple perspective effect eliminate a person so definitively? How likely is that? On the other hand, she does not believe that they both met and continued walking together, causing that effect. From his body gestures when he leaves, he seems to be walking alone. Could it be a ghost? Although she cannot prove it, this woman is convinced of that. Do you believe it too? Number 3. In the image, we see two young people who are making a video and then uploading it to social networks. However, and even though they were alone at home at that moment, the camera notices the presence of something else that accompanied them. Pay attention.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home. Look between them right now.
Between them, a large shadow appears that crosses from one side to the other. A large and prominent shadow that seems to belong a robust and quite tall person. However, apart from them, there was no one in that room. In fact, after seeing this recording, they both searched the entire house thinking it was a thief. However, they never came across anyone, leaving this footage as a testimony of what was probably an encounter with a paranormal entity. Without a doubt, a footage that leaves a lot to think about. Number 2. This position will expose an odd situation captured by a security camera located inside a vehicle parking lot. It was the caretaker of the place who one night captured the appearance of what he defined as a disturbing entity. Observe.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Can you tell me what appears in the image? A completely amorphous, whitish figure that does not match anything we've seen before. If you notice it, at first it is barely perceptible. However, as it moves, it becomes increasingly larger and more noticeable until it disappears from the image. Another curiosity lies in its appearance, since instead of legs, it seems to have a tail that allows it to move forward in such a bizarre way. And its elongated head reminds us more of a science fiction creature than a person. Is it real? Tell me what you think. Number 1. We conclude this collection with a disturbing sequence captured by a camera installed inside a home. It was during the wee hours of the morning that the device was activated after its sensors began to detect movement. However, instead of a person, this appeared. It does not correspond to an insect, nor to an error in the image. What we see actually entered that room. A kind of bright and small light that could even be seen reflected on the floor. In fact, the movement of that thing was so evident that the camera moved as if trying to follow its trail. What do you think that is? If you have any ideas, leave them in the comment box. Because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.